CBS, welcome home.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back, everybody. I'm T.S., and the simulcast is on the air now for Tuesday night, January 7, 1997. Janine Garofalo is here tonight from The Larry Sanders Show and from Motion Pictures, and Duke Zeller and some amazing stories of the Mafia's involvement with the Teamsters and the Teamsters Union and prominent politicians, including President Bill Clinton. You know, we're doing anniversary week here all this week, and I want to show you a couple of clips and moments that have happened during the past year. But can I tell you a story that has a happy ending that involves someone who appeared here late in 1996? And I can, because when you have your own show, you can do almost anything you want except get your mother's cable television installed on Tuesday afternoon. You know, Mom is moving from one room to another at the residence. And so I called the cable company yesterday. Mr. Snyder will be there today, Tuesday, between 1 and 5. And at 4:15 this afternoon, which is panic time because you can't get anything done at 4:15 in the afternoon, one of the people called and she said, the man is here from the cable company and he's got to run a wire through the attic and he's got to have $80 and he won't do it until he gets the $80. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to make a very polite call to the cable company, you know, put on my best smile and say, excuse me, I've been paying the damn bill down there now for 3 years. Do you suppose you could add a measly $80 to the bill and get the damn wire put in and get Mom off my back? You know, let me have the cable, for God's sake. Anyway, let me talk to you here about one thing that happened really well, that turned out good for my dear brother John, who visits me every year at Christmas time, and we bring Mom up to the house and have a holiday meal. Now, my dear brother and his bride, Mary Carroll, habitually stay at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, which, as we all know, is owned by our friend Merv Griffin, who was here in late December, right before Christmas, okay? And in one of the breaks, I said to Merv, half kidding and half serious, I will admit, I said, you know, Merv, I said, my brother stays at your hotel for 3, 4, 5 days at Christmas every year, and he's coming in here on Sunday night, and it would be great if you could just maybe a little upgrade or something, you know? And Merv put his smile, toot toot, remember? He said toot toot, and he said, I'll take care of it, and he went out the door into the night. Now, Merv Griffin has got a million things on his mind. I mean, he's got the hotels, and he's got the casinos, and he's got the gambling ships, and he's got the whiz shows, he's got the games, he's got a lot going on. So my brother arrived in town on Sunday, and when I saw him, I said, by the way, I said, how is your room? He said, we have the 8th floor. With a big bouquet of flowers and a little bottle of bubbly. And I sent Merv a note today. You know, here is a class act. I mean, he could have walked out of here and forgotten it and never done a thing, but he made my brother and sister-in-law so happy. And for the rest of my life and his, nobody can ever say a word to me that's bad about my friend Merv Griffin. Hey, Merv, thanks a million. The other good thing about doing this program, as I found out again last year, is that it appeals to viewers and guests of all ages. I mean, we run the spectrum here from the very young to the very old. And one of our favorite people is a charming young lady named Drew Barrymore, who does movies, as you know, and who's been here a couple of times, including during 1996. And one night here, she told a wonderful story about her mom and how her mom rescued her from being bullied by a guy on the playground when she was a kid. And I'd like to share it with you one more time. Here is the inimitable Drew Barrymore. I love the story of your mom when you were a little girl and the bully made fun of you or ridiculed
Michael
you.
Hurley.
Was that his name?
I will find you again.
Tell me about Michael Hurley.
Michael Hurley was the school bully.
Oh.
And, I mean, he was like the classic. It's almost as if you put him in a film, you'd say that's too over the top. You know, he was just the classic beat everybody up, you know, meanie. Of course, his big target was me. So one day we were practicing for the school play, and I was the dog. And I'm on all fours, you know, on the black concrete.
Right, you're kids. You're woof woof.
Yeah.
You're of course. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So I see from the corner of my eye him, you know, and I'm always, like, I had eyes in the back of my head because of this person. And I see him look at me, spot me, and start to take a running start. And I went, oh, God, please, Michael. And he just took this huge leap from about 10 feet away and just leapt right on my back. And my arms gave in, and my chin went right into the blacktop, and it was completely, like, severed.
Oh, yikes.
And I was rushed in an ambulance to the hospital. I had to get, like, 20 stitches. And I have a little scar under here.
Yeah,
it's actually quite little, I know. Everybody has a scar on their chin, though. It's really weird. And my mom, you know, came back to school.
Forgive me for looking, but I just...
Oh, no, please do. And when we walked...
So anyway, you get to the hospital and you get stitched
yes.
up.
And when we walked back into the school, you know, my mother was coming to talk to the principal or something, I don't know, and he was laughing. He was laughing at me. And so my mom just sort of grabbed him by the shirt collar, and I can't say what she said on the air. We got away with the balls. I don't know if we're going to get away with this one. Basically, in a nutshell, she said, if you ever beep with my kid again, I'll rip your beeping neck off.
Gotcha. You knew Mom loved you, didn't you?
Yes. You know what, man? I'll tell you, every kid wants their parent to do that for them, even if it's once or a million times in this world. I will never, ever forget that my mother did that for me. I have so much respect, and I think I'd be the same way with my kids. You know, don't hurt the other kids, but stick up for your kid, you know?
Yeah, stick up for your kid, you know? If my kid's watching, I'm sticking up for you. Incidentally, during the course of tonight's flight, we may experience a slight loss of pressure here in the cabin, and the oxygen mask will drop from the panel above your head. Just place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Janine Garofalo is here tonight, and then Duke Zeller, and some strange goings-on involving the Teamsters and top officials of the government of the United States. Back after a short break, fire up the color teenies and watch the pictures as they fly through the air.